Hi, this is Dave Yant and welcome back to my sign painting channel. Today we're going to go over brush care, specifically oil brush care. Oil brushes when you're using Sign Painter's One Shot or any other oil-based enamel. Now, what I want to do is take out one of my brushes and I'm going to take out a quill. So, a quill is a brush for smooth surfaces. It typically comes in gray and brown form. Gray is more for like truck lettering, maybe wood sign painting, where a brown might be a little softer and better for, say, a window sign. So I take out my quill, and what happens is, to preserve the brush, it's in oil right now. So I want to get all the oil off the brush before I start lettering. So what I usually do is mineral spirits. I'm going to pour a little in right here. And sometimes it's good to have 2 containers of mineral spirits. One to get all the paint out of your brush and one to really clean it up good. So I got my brush, it's oiled right now. And what I'm going to do is stick it down into my paint thinner. And I'm gonna get all of the oil off my brush by sliding it up the side, kind of pushing it down. But what happens is you really wanna get all the oil out of the brush, otherwise it can cause problems. So the brush is clean right now, but it's filled with paint thinner. What we wanna do is spin the brush. So we're gonna put it down in here and we're gonna spin it. And that's gonna take out all the thinner. So now we have a brush that's ready to letter. So, say we have some One Shot. And we use our brush. I'm just using red for an example. And now we wanna clean it. So what I first do is get my first container of mineral spirits or paint thinner. And I'm gonna get all the paint out of it pretty good. Usually gotta wipe off the ferrule of the brush. And the ferrule of the brush is this plastic part right here. So I'm gonna go to my last container of thinner and make sure I get all that paint out. You want these brushes to last a long time, and they will if you take care of them. So I got all the paint. I'm gonna spin it again. And now, what I want to do is oil this brush. There's actually a few different oils you could use to oil your brushes with, as long as it's an oil that doesn't dry out. Some of the oils you could use is a motor oil, lard oil. They make special brush oil for oil-based paint, and transmission fluid will work too. Right now I'm using Kafka Design Brush Oil and Preservative. I'm going to pour a little into my container. And I'm gonna dip it in there, kind of get the excess oil off. And you wanna kind of smooth out with your fingers the brush hairs. And the ferrule, which is right here, you wanna squeeze oil up into that ferrule because you don't want any paint to dry in there, otherwise it's gonna mess your brush up. So we're gonna squeeze all the oil up into the ferrule. And then what we do is kind of find its natural chisel point, which is right about there. And we're just gonna smooth it out. And now the brush is ready to be stored until the next time you use it.